Hi, it's day 7 out of my 90-day videos until we're at the Dolby Theater. I'm currently in Romania. I'm going to be doing a gig at a theater here. I'm so honored to be here. And I just have to share something that's really fascinating and really funny too. Often when my work gets translated, or anyone's work gets translated into another language, sometimes they have different ways of saying the thing. Like, so I have my book, I Hope I Screwed This Up. And in Hungary, they've changed the title to I Want to Make a Mistake. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's good. And out here in Romania, I'm more and more hearing what their translation is of my quotes, and they're totally different. Like they're so different, right? Like there's billboards of me all over the place here, which is already just so crazy and flattering to learn that people are interested in what I do, and it's a 600 seat theater tonight, and it's completely sold out. And so there's all these different billboards with quotes of mine over it. And I'll ask the people who booked me, I'll see this big billboard and I'll go, and it'll show a quote and it's in their language here. And I'll go, what's the quote say? And he'll say, it says, the traveler looks good on the road. And I'll be like, I not only have I never said that, but I don't even know what that means, right? And we keep going, and there's quotes of mine all over, but they're not quotes of mine. And it'll be like, I'll see another one. I'll be like, oh, what's that one saying? It said the cabbage is for other goats. And I'll be like, what? And it keeps going. It's like, when a building is burning down, the old women are doing their hair. Like and it's just getting funnier and funnier to me because I'm like, I've never said that. And my favorite one is, I'm going to say stuff. And they're selling shirts that say, I'm going to say stuff. And I was like, I've never said that. So what this has done for me is it's first of all made me appreciate and just experience and feel like how many different ways we all communicate. Because I'm like making jokes about it now, and they're laughing so hard too, because I'll be like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to say tonight, but as I say, put rice in your shoes. But I wanted to share something that of course comes up when I think about that. I'm thinking, well, I'm going to perform tonight. If I'm not speaking in analogies that only make sense to them, will they understand me? And so little teeny thoughts were coming up of like, will I make sense to them tonight? And these things come up, and they make little feelings of like being away from home and all these different things. And one thing I do before every talk, no matter where I am, is I sit for an hour. And this is what I believe helps me to access a deeper level of creativity and power that I didn't know was there. And so whenever you have little nervous feelings, before you do anything, if you sit for an hour, you will transcend those feelings. I've never not transcended them. Sometimes I sit there and get 45 minutes and they might feel louder and bigger, but I also feel bigger and more capable of handling them. I actually have to do that before every talk to access a deeper level of me, to access something that's beyond those insecurities. And I'm about to do it again, and then that eventually translated into not just doing it before a talk or any high pressure thing, but before I start every day. And what I'm about to do now, because I perform in a couple hours, what I'm about to do is sit and allow those feelings to be there. Because there's feelings of, are they going to understand me? There's feelings of, am I going to do a good job? Those feelings show up, and my job is to let them be there. So I know for me that not only do I already know this, but I still have to do it. There's people that hear what I say and they go, oh, I already know that. Yes, but that's like saying, I already know that working out at the gym is going to make me fitter, but you're saying that sentence so that you don't actually go do it. And I still have to do it. And I really believe that if you want to access the greatest part of you, the part of you that is beyond what you can see, that has this kind of invincibility, that has this ever expanding creativity that kind of allows you to go beyond what your mind can see, to do it. Because I'm going to sit right after I make this video and listen to the feelings of, will they understand me? I want to do a good job. And then what happens is it doesn't necessarily make those feelings find answers. You know, our ego wants answers. Like, I want evidence that they'll like me. I want evidence that it'll go well. What it does is instead it goes, it's okay no matter what happens. And one thing I've said before is meditation doesn't help you find the answer to your question. It makes the question go away. Because who's asking that question? Only a small part of me that thinks that I'm not enough, or I'll be abandoned if I do it wrong, or I won't be loved, right? But if I sit and allow it, then I can become the space for those questions and show myself that there's something that I'm already connected to that loves me enough. And even if I don't do a good job tonight, that it's still okay. But from this place, I don't have a fear of not doing a good job, which will make it better as a byproduct. But I'm not excited because I know it'll be better. I'm excited because I know that I'm okay no matter what. And the byproduct often is things will go better. Sometimes things still don't go better, but you are still in a place where it's okay because it's part of your growth, or it's part of what you need to learn, or whatever. But if I sit for a full hour and actually experience the silence that lets a question and a fear come up and then fall away, because if a question and fear comes up and I immediately go to Facebook or something like that, then it's not being seen and it'll get louder and louder and louder. But if I allow that question to come up and I sit there and allow it to be there, these questions and fears start to feel seen and collected and held by an unknown place, by a loving place, by just something that is there for you. And then if you do that long enough, you end up creating a day where those types of fear-based questions hardly ever show up, and you're now living in deep down versus saying deep down, I know everything's going to be okay. I'm honored to be here in Romania, and I'll be home tomorrow.